So are you ready to come back?
Yeah, mate.
And we are back for the part 2 of the interview. I hope this time it will be stable, and if it's not stable, that's because of Spanish connection maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
French, mate. French.
Yeah, I don't know, boss. So everybody, welcome back. Yeah, let's go. Please answer your previous questions, please. I will still try to find the previous questions, and I will try to edit the videos after. So people, please let me know in the chat the question I've missed, and sorry it happened like that, but YouTube, you know, we need to make a small revolution about YouTube issues. It's pretty horrible.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, so can I see the chat? And I can't see the chat of our previous talk, so we will still use it. So please, people, please ask your previous questions here. Okay, so is the industry demand for CG and animation artists increasing? And what does Andrey think about the new Mac Pro?
Well, Mac Pro it's actually a pretty good machine finally from Apple, but it's crazily overpriced. I will never buy anything like that because I can build a cheaper one 2.5 times cheaper. What I said, I can make a better performing machine 2.5 times cheaper. There you go.
Yeah.
And what was the first question?
The first question was, is the industry's demand for CG and animation is increasing?
Demand or what?
Yeah, demand.
I think it's relatively the same. I addressed that question quite a lot in several of my videos. It's there are no such thing as too many artists. It's just because Maxime and myself, I'm subscribed to motion designers community. I'm subscribed to other artists. I'm surrounding myself with a lot of artists and art, and that might create an illusion in my head that there's like everyone is an artist, but it's not. It's like there are lawyers, doctors, and there's many more other professions. Artists are there. Demand for artists is high for good paying companies, and there is nothing to worry about.
Yeah. What do you do when you have free time?
I'm working. That was actually so I'm in Spain at the moment because I went we have my business partner's wedding on Saturday, and I came here with my wife and my daughter, and yesterday we met my business partner and she was complaining on me working on a holiday, so that explains everything.
Classical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for your contest?
Be creative.
Best advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Is learning multiple software at the same time is a bad idea?
Not a bad idea as long as you mastered at least one of them. Uh, for example, I first mastered Maya, and then I started to learn Cinema 4D, After Effects, Fusion, all pretty much in a same kind of time. But first, you have to, you have to have a solid base before you can spread your energy.
Yeah, and I would say it depends what you want to learn. For example, if you want like to learn Cinema 4D and at the same time you want to learn UV unwrapping, that's no problem if you are like switching from Cinema 4D to Maya. Because if you are learning different things, that's not a problem because you are fitting different needs.
Yeah.
Um, I was watching real-time VFX in Unreal Engine. Do you think it's possible to have that technology coming in Cinema 4D?
Live kind of rendering. I think Blender has something similar, like Eevee.
And yeah, I saw that Redshift is going to have a version real-time called Redshift RT. So you will have
Here's your answer. Maxon bought Redshift, so yes, Cinema 4D will definitely have that stuff.
yeah, but they will like develop two type of Redshift. You will have the classical Redshift with all the calculation part, and you will have also Redshift RT. You can find more information on the web, and I saw that it's a different version. You will miss some features, but you will be able to do real-time rendering. So I guess that's a goal to have like real-time rendering. Like
It's actually hard to predict because I heard rumors that Maxon is rewriting the code and they want to fix the issue with one core in CPU usage. They
yeah,
want to be like Houdini, pretty much. Actually, if they will be, I will give up idea of Houdini.
yeah. But the thing is, they will re rewrite their core, but they will still need to develop other things.
Yeah,
So
true.
it will be maybe faster, it will handle more geometry, but it doesn't mean that it will have at the same time the same tool.
But I mean, Cinema 4D and X particle combination, for example. You can do crazy stuff with X particles, including smoke and fire, all that stuff, and water. And if Cinema 4D would provide all the hardware usage for that, it would be as powerful as some of Houdini stuff.
Yeah, let's see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting because when you have one company like making something, the other will try to rise. And I think Redshift made a lot of good things for Octane and
Yeah.
vice versa. So it's pretty great to have like concurrency and different companies working on some stuff. What's the most important distinction we can have in comparison to other game engines? I guess the question was related to this real-time technology, and I think I don't have any idea. What about you, Andre?
I'm not that familiar with real-time engines because VFX, in particular, it will always remain offline rendering. Live stuff is maybe I'm not that familiar with it. I have to dig into the topic. Maybe I will make a video about it because I'm curious myself.
Yeah, Cravelix is asking that he's learning Cinema 4D and want to learn Maya. Is it a good thing to do to learn multiple software for the same purpose?
What's the purpose?
Yeah, I
That's the
guess.
question.
Yeah.
Maya is perfect for character design. It was always the leader in that. Rigging, control, special expressions, motion capture, all that kind of stuff is something cinema is lacking, but cinema excels in something else. So, what's your purpose, mate?
Yeah, I guess if it's for modeling, for example, you can still start in Cinema 4D and learn all the theoretical stuff about edge loops, topology, and then it will be easier to switch. So I guess that's not that hard to move from a software to another.
Yeah.
Uh, Bruce Mallow is asking what advice you can give for starting in the motion design industry.
Uh, Grab everything YouTube and internet has to offer to you. All the free videos that motion designers community are doing. Actually, you guys are doing pretty good job. You're covering so many softwares: After Effects, Cinema 4D, Houdini, whatever events, other amazing tutors like David Ariev, iDesign, they motion grayscale gorilla, like Blender Guru even. Uh, all of those are providing all necessary information to be a decent artist.
We have more question and fun questions. So, why aren't you on Twitter? People would love to interact with you there.
I probably should register there. I had no idea people are still using that thing. I registered like when it just came out, and then I was like, "What the hell is that, man?" And just deleted it. Never used since then. I will register Twitter. All
Yeah.
right.
What do you think about Arnold Render Engine?
It's cool for big production, and I think they introduced GPU rendering as well. I'm not sure if it's hybrid or just either CPU or GPU. I haven't touched it for a long time. It's great thing, great engine. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. I'm Octaner for like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, so no reason to move. So yeah, UV mapping is just a pain in the ass. Is there another way around? I guess another way around, maybe to create texture or
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass because you're probably using Cinema 4D, and yeah, it is indeed a pain in the ass in Cinema 4D. It's awful. Maya would be better for that, but if you want to keep working in Cinema 4D, then consider using the tool called Prism UV. It's
yeah.
a dedicated app. It has a bridge between Cinema 4D and its dedicated software. Just select your geometry, export to Prism, and you work in a super convenient and really well thought through software on UVs. You can straighten the lines, align your UVs properly, and it's pretty straightforward. Just works.
Yeah, and right now you have an integration plugin, so you can stay in Cinema 4D, open your object just in Prism UV, and when you click to save, it
Yeah, it brings
import.
it back.
Yeah, like it goes in ZBrush. That's super handy.
Yeah.
Um, what is the software? What software is necessary to learn to get a job in Andrei's company out of nothing?
Okay. Cinema 4D, Octane, After Effects, or Fusion. That's pretty much it. Everything else we will teach you.
Yeah. Someone is asking, motion designers community, are you hiring Andrei? So I don't know what the question is. Like hiring Andrei for what? For working? Maybe one day, if with MHS Prod we have a super nice project, maybe I could ask Andrei, but actually I'm not hiring anyone. So
Yeah. Hire me, Max.
yeah, but I will hire Andrei to make a talk at the next MDC meetup.
I'm up for it, man.
What camera would you advise for someone who wants to make VFX?
Red Monstro 8K, 50 grand, body only. It depends on your budget, mate. Start with understanding what's the difference between little small camera and big beasts like Red Monstro 8K. It's not just resolution; it's little crucial things like dynamic range and all that fun that is important in VFX. I'm still rocking the old 2014 A7R2 camera. It's my vlog camera, and I have big FS7. It records 4K, and both of these are not really suitable for VFX. But I don't have 50 grand to spend on Red,
Yeah, that's
so
the nice thing.
yeah, I'm using what I have.
That's the nice thing about our work. Like our computer are expensive, but if you want like to open a filming company, that's far more expensive.
That's terrible, really. My business partner is always aiming, "Fuck, why are you so expensive, mate?" It's just the nature of business.
Yeah. Can you predict the visual trends popping up this year and the one that you like in general?
Visual trends in terms of what? Trends are set up by people like Beeple, Stuzer, those kind of artists. because they do experiments daily and they set out the trends. They come up with the cool ideas and everyone tries to replicate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see how it goes. It's hard to predict. And your favorite trends, actually, what do you like to see nowadays?
and in terms of what, just
I
media I'm
guess
consuming.
I guess could be photo, VFX, 3D. What do you like to watch this day?
Well, after Game of Thrones finished, I don't think I want to watch any show anymore at all in my life.
Whoa,
But yeah, movies, sci-fi mostly because it's VFX heavy.
we had
Motion
another.
designers community.
Yeah, motion designers community Instagram. We had another jump scare from your mic. We had like a big noise. Sorry, everybody.
It's happening again.
Yeah, but just one short time. It was like really surprising
Ah,
to me.
that's internet probably then.
I don't know. Someone is asking, what should we ask artists like you? How should we benefit from professional?
What?
Yeah,
Where's that question?
I don't know. How much time do you usually spend in learning a new program?
Years?
Yeah, life.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I will tell you. I will tell you what. Whatever level me or Maxime or other cool artist is at the moment, it's just the beginning
yeah,
of the journey because we're young and it will never end. It's just you can't know everything. You will learn forever.
yeah, and I mean that's just a medium. Like you always learning something. It's like someone who draw. You never stops to
Yeah,
learn drawing or playing music. And I mean, one day maybe we will know every shortcuts by head. We will know how to find any kind of Houdini nodes, but it doesn't mean that we will be able to code something pretty great in a few minutes.
that's true.
Yeah,
It's just way of life.
yeah, never ending. And it's nice because if it ends one day, maybe we should be bored.
I will be bored.
Um, so I meant so that it will be seen to tag you. How to get high quality and sharp render through Octane.
Sharp render. That's good. That's good. Sharp render is it's post production, but I mean it's a combination of things: lighting, camera movements or no movements, and then angle of the camera, lighting and textures. Mate, that would be the 90% of the look.
Yeah, I think sharp renders effects like cars rendering or product rendering when you see it's yeah mostly lighting on edges and that kind of stuff plus some post production.
Yeah, it's clever combination of everything.
Yeah, and of course a lot of practice. Na, na, na. Your tattoos are pretty cool. Did you design it or did you choose it?
I designed most of them. I really believe in esoterics, so I have a lot of symbols across the whole body. Even here, it's like the Gore's eye that protects my soul from all the bullshit. So, haters, you can write as much shit as you want, have protection.
Yeah, that's pretty great. And that's a cliche, but in France we know a lot Russian from their prison tattoo.
Prison, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a lot of comments from Russians about that because it's still a stereotype in Russia.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, what advice what do you advise for a cool running scene? would you advise X particle or?
Yeah, X particles would work fine. You would have to set up a lot of questions and relations between particles. So when they hit the ground, they emit more particles. Or it can be done with Cinemas 4D native tools, by the way. And there is a cool software developer called Mark Wilson. He's teaching some clever stuff on his Patreon channel about Cinemas 4D native tools, and you wouldn't believe what you can do with Cinemas 4D native tools.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's a personal question. You're not obligated to answer, but someone is asking, what is your daily rate? Or I guess, what would be your daily rate if you were a freelancer? Because I think you have your company, so.
Around the grand.
So maybe this question could help. I don't know everybody regarding like a daily rate. I think it's mostly about what you can achieve in one day and the value you have. If you want to have like reference values, like you can check some website, it's mostly between 300 to 1000 a day for motion design artists, and of course could be less and could be more, depends your level. I guess
I
that's
mean, it depends. I started for making the whole video for £100. And yeah,
yeah.
it's really abstract, and there is no fixed price. Some clients can pay stuff, some clients can't. So you're balancing.
Yeah, and of course I think there's always a question of adapting your price. Even myself, I see I try to see if the work will be a huge benefits for my career. For example, if you
Yeah,
work on a highly creative project with a lot of artistic direction, you can have a lower price rate and wants to work more days because you know that you will get more value. But if it's only and purely one job for eating, yeah, you try to get the money first. So
yeah.
I think being flexible is also nice, not having one straight price and sticks to it. Try to think about what you will get behind. What screen do you recommend?
I'm using BenQ professional video monitors in studio, and
Except of BenQs.
except for BenQs. I think their BenQs are really good in terms of quality price kind of balance. I am happy with that. I made a review about one, but they have better versions by now, the new 2019 versions. And then home, I have a LG 49-inch ultra wide because I got used to work with two monitors, but in my space at home, I can't fit two. And this LG ultra wide that perfectly fit in there, and it's like two screens in one. I'll make a video about it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the question was like not correctly written, but the correct question is, will you hire someone? Are you hiring? Are you recruiting?
We already found a junior CG and VFX artist, and he starts in the middle of the month. So not at the moment.
Keep walking, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone is asking an advice on how to achieve complex scenes. I guess
But
your
building complex scenes, mate.
I guess your videos about 10 Cinema 4D tips is pretty nice because you talk about XREF stuff and organization stuff. So I guess for any big scene, it could be great, like to follow your video and learn how to use XREFs and organize your
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, maybe it makes sense to make a video about that because Octane, for example, due to its limits, needs some heavy optimization. So yeah, if you're talking about crazy, crazy, crazy complex scenes, then it would be Houdini or software like Clarice. It's something I recently discovered. It allows you to populate the scene with like billions of polygons without a glitch. It would work like Live Engine. Pretty cool.
Yeah. More questions. So, how you get your inspiration from?
Mm. I've been asked that thousands of times. Movies, real life, nature, but these days I'm so busy. I don't have time to think about inspiration. I have ideas in my head that I had like or a year and a half ago, and then I suddenly have a chance to do it. Like my video with the growing paper village on a desk. I had that idea like for a couple of years, but never had time to do it, and then I started to do it suddenly. That's it.
Yeah. Few more question and then
Yeah.
we will run out of time because Andre is on holidays. What do you think about the future of VFX, and do you think the future of VFX is with AI?
No, I had an interview with two guys from Netherlands from technology media something course. They asked the same question, and in Avengers, for example, Thanos, his facial expressions were animated using artificial intelligence, but it won't take over a human factor and all that art. It will help us to achieve better results faster, and the tools will be more clever. For example, rotoscopy would be gone. I hope so. And but it won't take over our jobs because our creativity, our soul, is what's driving the visuals.
Yeah, and it's what people paying you for, not an
Yeah,
IA, because an IA is built about all the things you've put into it, so always it will never like comes with a totally new ID, only with rebuilt IDs.
yeah.
I think so. In the near future, in the far future, I don't know. When you started, did you create work for fun or for your portfolio, or was it client works? If it's client works, they ask for a strong portfolio in order to invest on you.
For many years, I was creating works for fake clients that I imagined myself, haven't been paid for anything. And that way I crafted showreel better and better and better until actual clients started to notice it. And that's, yeah.
Yeah, so do something that you like and put it in your portfolio, whatever. I see also a lot of people like doing title design for fun, and they ends up like doing real title design. So
Yeah, I know a lot of artists who are working as a waitress in restaurants and trying to learn CG and VFX in their free time, and that's the way to do it. You have to keep paying the bills somehow, and it is a hard work, but it's the only way.
yeah. Do you use storyboard or draw before starting something in Cinema 4D?
If it's my personal project, I don't. I just do animatics in Cinema 4D itself. I set up the cameras, run hardware render in seconds, and then see how the edit comes together. If it's a commercial, then my business partner, he draws storyboards for each shot. Yeah.
So, have you ever tried crowd simulation? And what are the things to keep in mind for maximum optimization during rendering those kind of scenes?
No, I haven't yet, but I assume Houdini stuff is pretty cool right out of the box.
Yeah, I think they won prizes for their technology of crowd simulation.
Mhm. I
Uh,
don't know. I need to really explore that stuff.
should I get the current Razer RTX or wait for the studio version?
The studio version will be priced at around. It will be expensive, and yeah, I would buy the current one because it's an improved version of what I made a review about. And yeah, it's RTX 2080, decent CPU. You can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade the SSD like I did. decent machine. I see no reasons not to buy it if you can, or enter my competition and win one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry, I will just select a few more questions because we start to run out of time. So, any advice for someone who moved back to a small country from New York and the value of trade is not appreciated here? The country population is about 50K, so I guess that's a really small country.
And what he moved from New York to that country.
Yeah.
Why did you do that, man?
I
That's probably personal circumstances. I still believe you can build your successful career remotely because internet is everywhere. I mean, Maxime is in France. I'm in Mallorca at the moment. We still communicate, and I upload videos to YouTube. You can build your show reel and
Yeah,
showcase it to the world.
I guess the goal will be like to maybe be a freelancer and work remotely,
Yeah.
find your own client, and so latest question, guys. What sacrifice have you do for your work?
Despite how harsh it might sound, it would be my family because I think they deserve much more of my attention and my time. But I'm super grateful to my wife that she realizes what I'm doing it for, and supports me in everything. Um, if you want to succeed in this industry, you have to be ready for uh, time crisis.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you again, Andre, for this part two live.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody in the chat who moved from the first to the second live. We lost so many people, but again, thanks YouTube. It helped us like to learn how to be calm in any circumstance.
Yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, for your questions. Thank you, Maxime, for having me. I miss you, mate, from Barcelona. It was fun.
Yeah, let's plan next holidays, maybe for the new.
Check out my view. Check out my view. Can you see it?
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I'm jealous.
I'm going to swim now.
Okay, mate. Have a good time, and thanks again for your time. Thanks again for everybody in the community, and see you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you. Peace.